The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #3 team in the country, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Bruce Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. And this game will start with a kickoff going out of bounds and give this offense tremendous opening field position. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback extends the play. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
And first play under the lights. You had all day to think about how you wanted to start the game. And this defense, exactly how they wanted to do it. Get to the quarterback and get him on the ground.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Snap it to the back. Afterburners coming. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
He wants to throw. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this running thing doesn't seem to be working. It looks like they're going to have to throw it. But as we know, David, these windows down here, man, they are tight.
Super tight. I think you still got the QB that you can move. You can change the launch point. Try to do something to get guys moving one way. Take advantage going the other direction.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. He'll try the left side. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. The margin for error is so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
We really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity. Some of that also, that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers.
And the ball is intercepted. Bringing it back. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 8. Oh, you know we wanted that pick 6, but the offense is in business.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He'll take it himself. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Using his legs to buy some time. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They're getting this guy lathered up. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Steps away. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle box as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
You know, when you go down personnel package, you got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Send that offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Wide out in motion. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Throwing right. Got his man downfield.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. Can't get him to the ground. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. This offense has a second down play. Dropping back, it's Agbana. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wide receiver shows motion. They go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Got the quick pass. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Using the quick game. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Time. The defense, it's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Apparently not tempted to kick the 45-yard field goal. They'll go for it on 4th and short. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Catches it inside his 20, chance to really gain some ground. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Direct snap. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set to put toe to leather as we are deadlocked here in the 3rd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Dropping back, it's Agbana. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third down, going up top. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw for it. Takes the easy completion. Ball's out. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field. And they'll drag him down after a good...
A nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. So they're going to go for it here on fourth down after missing a field goal attempt earlier in the game. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Touchdown, Arkansas! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. The offense lining up for a first down play. Back to throw. It's Agbana. Lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception with his quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Quarterback will audible. He wants to pass it on second down. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head.
Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Still running at the 40. Nothing but green ahead. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Michigan 7.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Finds a man in the middle. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Agbana. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the defense was in cover 2, which means they had 2 safeties playing deep, and they took everything away from the quarterback vertically, forcing him to have to try to check it down. And a great job by the linebacker, jumping the throw and getting the pick.
Oh, it's a reverse. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, how college football has changed, right? Like receivers getting touches. Everybody's a weapon at all times. And listen, they're trying to get the ball to their playmaking receiver, maybe get some space, maybe make somebody miss. Marginal gain, still set up pretty good in the red zone.
Leaves it with the back. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
The aerial assault continues. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Coming after him. Makes the catch. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. That leaves him with a tough 4th down situation. You'd love to just chip into the lead, but at this point, a touchdown's what you're after.
And I think it just clears up the decision-making.
And he will score! Touchdown, Wolverines! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Quick toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on 1st down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10, 1st and goal from the 8.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The Razorbacks have their offense in high gear. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Get a hat trick of touchdowns as a Razorback running back, and they start bringing up names like Alex Collins and Mondre Hill and Darren McFadden.
How unbelievable is that? Just to be mentioned with those kind of names, that shows you what kind of day this young man's having. Running the football with authority. Arkansas fans, I can promise you, are proud of this young man.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Agbana. Quickly complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. Quarterback checking the play. Comes out throwing on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sanders. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over. And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now